Alright, I thought I'd do a quick port review for Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 on the Switch. Now, I don't think the frame rate is as bad as other people are saying. However, the game has some really nasty dynamic resolution scaling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with my Tonfas. I got Master Ninja earlier. I'm not that great at these games, but I have like some of the advanced mechanics down. Alright, let's get the Tonfas out. You're almost always going to get hit here because it takes so long to load. So I'm going to play for a little bit so you guys can see how it runs in docked. And then I'm going to show you the tag missions because that's the most obvious place where you'll see the dynamic resolution scaling. So it'll be mostly fine here, but in a lot of large areas, you'll definitely notice the dynamic resolution scaling starts to kick in. So I'm going to play through a few save points here so you get a little bit of just docked normal gameplay, and then I'm going to go into the tag missions. I would do a full run of this, but I don't want a port review to be 20 minutes, especially when I'm not like doing a super in-depth like Digital Foundry tier 1. Mostly just talking over the game. Now, there also are some inconsistencies in this port. Somebody has pointed out a lot of them. The Tonfas have one combo that doesn't work. If you try to do your standard Azuna drop, you notice this Black Spider Ninja book is getting launched too far. That combo basically does not work on this version. I don't know what they fixed, what they tried to fix that made it not work. But basically, if you're a Tonfa player, you do not have access to your shortest Azuna drop combo. It will not work. You have to do this. If you do it off this one, it will work. But if you try to do just square triangle, it won't work. This applies to all versions, from what I understand. I don't know what version the... There was a video on Reddit, someone compiled all the inconsistencies with this port compared to the original games. I don't know what version that was, but I get the exact same problem on here, so as far as I know, it's like that on all the Master Collection versions. It's another reason why I'm not doing like an in-depth port review on this, because I don't know the games well enough to really go into detail about those things. There was another one someone mentioned where, in that video, where if you did the counter with your heavy attack with the dual katanas, like it doesn't allow you to combo off it. So as you can see here, the dynamic resolution is actually kicking in pretty hard right now, because this is a pretty large area without a loading zone. You see, no matter how many times you do that, how tight your timing is, that combo just doesn't work anymore, which is a real bummer. I'm actually not noticing the performance being much better or worse in docked mode. I mostly play this in portable mode. Alright, let's go fight the terrible gimmick statue boss, so you guys can see. It's relatively stable, at least on this level, but there definitely are going to be periods where you get into really large areas and the dynamic resolution kicks in, and it's like trying its best to run at 60 FPS, but not doing the best job. That's like the best move on the Tonfas, in my opinion. As someone who's only average at these games, I use that a lot in the original version. Here's a great fight right here. This is totally what Ninja Gaiden 2 needed. More gimmick bosses. Although coming from Neo 2, this boss is Way better designed. Still pointless and stupid, but it's not Lady Osakabe from Neo 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out here. I can figure out how to do that. Let's go ahead and show the tag missions. I'll do a full run of that later. Kind of want to just get to the point here. Okay, so here's where the dynamic resolution and the frame rate's going to not do too well. They also removed online from the collection in its entirety, so I guess you can like switch between the characters or something? Not too much of a scrub at these games to really know a whole lot about how that works. I guess it's their way of saying we don't want to fix the AI so that some of the harder challenges in here are like actually possible, but I'm just gonna let you switch characters. It's keeping it together pretty well right now, but I definitely notice in portable mode, the dynamic resolution gets really, really bad. So if that's the kind of thing that bothers you, if you're going to play this mode, I would recommend just playing it in docked mode. The resolution on all the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection games is the same, regardless of what mode you're in, whether you're in portable or docked. But dynamic resolution will definitely kick in a lot more in portable mode. Some people can't look at a really blurry image or a poor frame rate for very long. And mess with their eyes, so there definitely are certain problem spots like this here where it can happen more often. Nice of this guy to waste time. It's like, I'm just gonna chill over here. He knows he can't beat one of the best Tonfa movesets in video game history. Not giving any chances. Alright, well there's your little port review. Generally dynamic resolution scaling will happen more often in portable mode, but I can't really show that because I'm not Digital Foundry. I don't have access to all that equipment. Portable mode, it does maintain 60 FPS most of the time. A lot of times there'll just be those areas that do trigger dynamic resolution scaling, or during things like casting Ninpo or doing an obliteration technique, or an ultimate technique is when it will happen. I don't think the port is as bad as people say, but the fact that it can definitely have some really hard times trying to maintain 60 FPS, and the picture will get so blurry. It feels like it does kind of eat your inputs. There are a lot of inconsistencies with this game in particular. It seems like those inconsistencies aren't there on the other versions, but that's not really something that I can comment on because I'm not as well versed in these games as I am in a lot of the other games I cover in this Switch port review series. You can find that video on Reddit. Actually, I'll go ahead and I'll post that in the comments. That's in the comments or in the overview. It is something that they might fix. Apparently, they are aware of it. The community manager for Ninja Gaiden stuff, or for Team Ninja in general, I guess he has a Discord, and people have been posting those inconsistencies in there. But if you're looking for a perfect port of the Sigma games, I would definitely hold off. I mean, the fact that you can't even do the Izuna drop with the Tonfas outside of a couple of the other options, which aren't as useful because they're longer combos, I think that's a pretty big issue, especially as somebody who thinks this is the best Tonfa moveset in gaming. So, hopefully those inconsistencies will get fixed. There are other people who could elaborate on that farther than I can. The only real Ninja Gaiden game I finished is Vanilla 2. I did play through that game in its entirety back when it came out, so I've essentially beaten this game. Sigma 2 is basically just, they reduced the enemy count, they got rid of the gore, and they put a lot of stupid gimmick bosses in. There's lots of other differences as well, but this is the only game I've really finished, so I figured I would just do a port review for this. I'll probably do some Razor's Edge after I finish this game. I'm about maybe 75% of the way through on this. I've been playing it a lot at my kitty sitting job, so if you're looking forward to Razor's Edge and watching somebody who's not very good at Ninja Gaiden games and doesn't like how you can't cancel out of anything, I'm sure that will be coming in the near future. Overall, the Switch ports, they aren't as bad as people are saying, but the inconsistencies are an issue on every version of the game. It's mostly just going to be if you're planning to primarily play this in portable mode, which I imagine most people would be. If you don't really need a top-end PC to play these games. So if portable mode is the only real mode you're going to be playing, it definitely is the worst version. The dynamic resolution scaling and the performance is the worst on these versions, but if you play it in docked, it's relatively fine from what I've seen. Thanks for watching.